So it's a new day and new players getting linked with Arsenal. Well, I must believe this that my job is really turning out to be really good, but apparently that's not the case because new players means I have to bring more updates plus more amount of research goes into the details of those players. So if you like the hard work that is actually going on, consider subscribing. If you seek daily Arsenal content, only then. If you're a rival fan or if you're a fan of any other club, that's completely fine. If you want to just keep tabs on all the Arsenal news and the players that they're linked with, best place to be, man. Consider subscribing. So the first player, if you can see the image of this guy, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Well, he is a Spanish defender. His name is Dani Vivian. He plays for Athletic Bilbao, and it looks like Arsenal are one of the clubs that are interested in him, according to Football 365. It looks like the Spanish defender has a release clause of 40 million euros. But Arsenal are not the only club that are interested in him. Arsenal, West Ham, United, and Wolves are all interested in him as well. Well, let's go to a little bit of backstory. He is a centre back who joined Bilbao in 2016. He then he went on loan at Mirandes in Spanish second division. Played 32 times for them before he returned to Bilbao ahead of the 2021-2022 season. The 22-year-old made his breakthrough for their first campaign. Fichajes have reported that Vivian is attracting the attention of the three clubs already mentioned. The report adds that Vivian's contract expires in 2023, but he has a release clause of 40 million euros. Elsewhere, Arsenal defender Gabriel has insisted that it is only the beginning of his partnership with Ben White. We're not going to deal with that. So, that is something really crazy. Arsenal are linked with another defender. Does that mean that it's end of road for Rob Holding and Pablo Mari? What happens to them? That's also a bigger question. But moving on, according to wait, what? Yeah, sorry. So, according to John Percy from Telegraph, Arsenal have agreed a deal with crisis-hit Derby to defer a payment worth over 1.4 million pounds for Christian Bielik. We all know that according to this report, well, Arsenal they owed a total of 8 million pounds for Christian Bielik when he joined Derby County. Derby have not paid that much amount of money, but it looks like it will be an installment until the next year that Arsenal would accept right now, and then in the future, maybe in the future, we might think something else. And we might accept a bigger amount until and unless this financial crisis of Derby County is resolved by a new owner. But let's talk about John Barnes. John Barnes just spoke about Tomiyasu playing as a right back. He says he was solid in the game against Tottenham, but that's a one-off. He's a centre back originally, despite playing right back in the North London derby. He may have played there against Spurs, but that was just for that game. I'm not sure he's going to play there every week, but against Spurs, he was impressive. Of course, he was impressive. What do you think? Why do you think we signed him? He's an impressive guy. Well, according to Lukasz Bashek, he's cleared this update that Arsenal and Stat Sports have agreed a groundbreaking partnership to help track their next generation of talent. Arsenal have been working with Stat Sports for over a decade. Well, Stat Sports are the industry leaders in GPS tracking system used across professional football. Well, this is not a typical sponsorship. This unique partnership gives aspiring players the opportunity to compare and compete with all professional players at Arsenal from the first team to academy level. Everyone can compare their stats with the best players. That's the beauty of that. So, yeah, Stat Sports will help all the players, the young players, to if someone aspires to emulate what Aubameyang did at Arsenal, well, everything can be done right now. So that's the beauty of this. So really great to see that happening. However, Ajax have set an asking price for David Neres as he nears the end of his current deal. Todo Fichajes reported earlier this month that the Brazilian is a target for Arsenal. Yes, true. But right now, Ajax have set a price tag for him. The attacker's current contract expires in 2023. And the Dutch club is now looking to cash in on him. Transfer Market Web says they have set an asking price, and that asking price is at around 38 million euros. So Neres is a fine attacking player who loves to cut in from the wing, and he has produced some brilliant moments in the Dutch League and the Champions League. since he has been in Netherlands. 24 years of age, fits into Arsenal's strategy of signing young players, yet he would come to the Emirates with serious experience in European football. But here's the problem: he scored 3 goals and 5 assists in the league last season, which needs to be bettered. I mean, if Arsenal want to sign a player, I mean, that's not the kind of numbers that you should be looking at, according to me, actually. But even if we are going to ignore those numbers, David Neres is actually a very serious player. How seriously is he going to change Arsenal's fortunes? That is actually not the talking point. But let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys really think about David Neres to Arsenal? Do you want David Neres to Arsenal? Let me know in the comments. You guys don't comment, man. That's the problem. So comment and let me know what you guys think about that. Yep, I will definitely respond to that. You know. But Darren Bent believes Arsenal can lure in a striker away from a Premier League rival. Darren Bent has suggested that Arsenal should try everything in their power to get Ivan Toney from Brentford, saying that Ivan Toney is the real deal. Now, Bent spoke to TalkSport and he says Toney would be a good fit for Arsenal. He says, could they lure him away from Brentford? Well, of course, yes. It's early days. But what he has shown so far at Brentford, he is the real deal. Not in terms of his goal return, just the way he is bullying people and he never shies away a challenge. I think he's definitely destined for big things. Arsenal fans are going to batter me for this. This is what Toney said about Arsenal. So, yeah, I actually covered that as well. So, let's see what you... I mean, Ivan Toney could be actually a very good shout. I mean, he's not a bad player. Not a bad player, especially how he played against Liverpool. He's not that bad at all. So, Ivan Toney would be a really, really good striker to talk about, man. To think that one could lead the line at Arsenal. But moving on, so Emi Martinez previously spoke about Ollie Watkins, and Arsenal have been linked with Ollie Watkins just yesterday. So, Emi Martinez says about Ollie Watkins, that's what he said in 2020. He says, Watkins has been outstanding for us, not just the goal scoring and the finishing, but his work ethic. He's a nightmare for defenders. So that's what Emi Martinez said. So according to the media, he's got Emi Martinez stamp of approval. Apparently Arsenal have been linked with a lot of strikers. I just named what? David Neres, he's the winger. Ivan Toney, yes. And now an update about Ollie Watkins. Wait till I tell you the update about another player, of course. So we're going to talk about him as well. And that is Dusan Vlahovic. So I actually came across a clip on Twitter that Dusan Vlahovic scored a brace against Atalanta, and apparently he was, by Atalanta fans, he was racially abused by calling him a gypsy. So yes, he was called a gypsy apparently. So I don't get this. Why would that happen? But but rivalry is the reason why that happened, I guess. So I think that day he scored a brace and destroyed them. I think 2 penalties is what he scored. But the whole game was decided by penalties. Even Zapata scored a penalty for Atalanta. So what do I have? Well, it looks like Fiorentina president Rocco Commisso has released an official statement that he's fed up and frustrated with why Dusan Vlahovic is rejecting all the offers about a new contract. He says, the statement said actually, as you know, Fiorentina made a significant offer to the player. Our proposal would have made him the highest paid player in the history of the club. We also improved our offer on a number of occasions in order to accommodate the request of both Dusan and his entourage. However, despite our efforts, those offers have not been accepted. During my time in Florence over the past few weeks, I have personally endeavored to find a solution that would make both the player and the club happy. But I am disappointed to say that our efforts and attempts have not been rewarded. At this point, all that we can do is acknowledge the wishes of the player and his entourage and quickly identify feasible, appropriate solutions as we proceed with this exciting new season. So it's pretty much clear Vlahovic is forcing his way out. Let me know in the comments, Dusan Vlahovic, Ivan Toney, or anyone else. Anyone else is a striker. Ivan Toney, Dusan Vlahovic, or Ollie Watkins or Dominic Calvert-Lewin. it is going to be superb. It is going to be superb. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.